Hey Clashers, we have such an insane variety of different skins by now in the game, and I get so many times the question, what are your favorite skins? What is your favorite scenery in the game? And so on. So I thought I would just do a ranking video updated to the year 2024 for every single hero and obviously for every scenery, with talking about the top 3 sceneries, top 3 skin sets, and my favorite individual skins, legendary version and gold pass version. But let's start things off with the sceneries. I think an audible mention, like this was my favorite scenery for so long, has to be the pirate scenery. It gives you really this OG vibes, which means it was one of the first sceneries which came out there, and like just the skull at the top side just looks amazing. But I think by now we had so many new sceneries that at some point it just dropped down in my ranking. The number 3 for me has to be the spooky scenery. And this is something I have to, I guess, mention for the entire video. I'm a huge fan of, like, the simple things. To me, it doesn't need to be, like, super stacked with, like, I don't know, special effects, and everything is really stacked with a lot of Easter eggs around the village. That's not really my thing. It's like a floating island. It's, like, really nice of, like, a color scheme to look at, and it's quite relaxing to use. It does not, it's like, it's not really giving you this messy feeling kinda, which some of the other sceneries give you, which is as well not really my thing. The color overall is a really important thing for me as well, and at the same time though, I like sceneries where if you really want to zoom in, there's a lot of things you can discover, like the small huts and everything, and overall, this has to be my number 3. Let's move on to the number 2 spot, and this is the new scenery, the space scenery. As well, you can see maybe a pattern by now. I see a lot of people saying that this scenery seems kinda empty. But to me, it's like, again, the perfect scenery because there's not too much stuff happening, but at the same time, some things are happening. Like, obviously the Dark Elixir is getting filled up, then we have the Transporter, which is like driving around the village, and like every single time he's like driving around, there's something different happening. Sometimes he's getting chased by goblins, sometimes it's like, I don't know, like, different stuff. This time around, nothing's really happening. So, overall, it's like a simple scenery. Sometimes the goblins floating around there, but I kind of like it. And as well, the color scheme, again, is really nice to look at. I've seen, like, some of those more orange-heavy sceneries, which is sometimes really aggressive, at least from my eyes. I don't know, maybe I'm weird on that one, but I really like those type of sceneries. But what is my rank 1? Well, my rank 1 scenery has to be, that's right, the Goblin Cave. First off, it reminds me a lot to, well, Lord of the Rings, right? Like with the gold, where's the dragon, and like hobbits stuff, and I don't know, it's just really, really cool. As well, this scenery to me is like the perfect combination. It's chill to look at, first off. It's not too messy, like we obviously see the huge mountains of gold and everything, but if you zoom in, you always find a little goblin doing something, like just walking around, doing dives into the gold, or you can just, I don't know, look at the goblins in their little rooms and spectate them how they're sleeping, doing other gold stuff, whatever. So this scenario to me is the number 1 scenario right now in the game, for my personal opinion. That's like the important thing. You cannot really rank, or like a lot of times, you can't really rank those skins and reason everything. It's just a personal opinion, and this is really important to note, that it's like, just things you personally like. And people are asking me a lot of times, that's why I thought I would just do that, and this is why this is my number 1 scenery, for the reasons I already explained. I like the colors, I like the overall setup, and I will go with this categories, let's call it that way, as well into the other skin sets and obviously individual skins, and I will explain as well why I'm picking those things in there. For this one, I have been using this, I think, since its release, pretty much on my main account, and this has been already quite some time. If you want to buy it, by the way, it should be releasing again later this year, in like autumn or something. But if you want to buy anything from the in-game shop, obviously with like skins, with, I don't know, gold pass, whatever, make sure to support your favorite content creator out there. And if it's me, make sure to use code iTzu. I really appreciate that. But now let's move on to the skins and to the skin sets. Let's start things off with the skin set. And we're starting off with the rank number 3. For that, we have, that's right, one of the newest additions, the Dragon set. The Dragon set overall is really cool. And now, let me explain as well what the important things are for those skins in general. I look for typically a couple of things. First off, I really like if the skins are looking special and maybe not fitting perfectly into the game. Because whenever something fits perfectly into the game, during the attack, for example, it's really hard to spot them sometimes. Like a skin set which is just perfectly looking like the game and everything, it's really hard to spot your heroes sometimes. This skin set is looking special enough and at the same time not too crazy that for me it's the rank 3 skin set right now. On the number 2 spot, we have the magic set. I think this for a lot of people is still the number 1, but for me it's the number 2 right now. It has the perfect combination and balance between this really, I don't know, like shiny style, but as well the simplicity, I feel like, because there's not much about the skins. They're not like crazy fancy with like spikes everywhere and I don't know, like it's really simple skins. White is their main color. You will find them anywhere on the battlefield, which makes them really easy to use. And they just look cool. As well, if you look at the base animations in the village, they have like this little sparkling, which looks really cool as well. But my number 1 set, and I think that might be a little bit, I don't know, not really surprising to be honest to most of you probably, and that is the Ghost set. This Halloween set to me, I already said it back then, is probably going to be my number 1 set for quite some time. Or maybe Supercells keep releasing those insane skins and it's going to be replaced at some point. But this skin set is just crazy. I love the vibe, I love the idea behind it, I love the animations, I love everything about it, to be honest. It's just super cool. I was looking for like a demon type skin set for quite some time, and this I guess is going the most in that direction of like the spookiness and everything. I already had one of those Halloween sceneries picked in my top 3 as well, so you can tell already I'm kind of like a fan of this theme overall. Another thing which I like about those skins is like this special effect which the heroes are dragging behind them, which looks really cool as well for this one. But let's move on now to my number 1 individual skins. Let's do the legendary version first, okay? So for the next one, this is the skin set which I've been using on my main account for pretty much ever. It's like a really long time. Barbarian King, Lunar New Year King. I mean, it has to be one of the coolest king skins. The same for the Queen. The rabbit one, it looks really cool. I was hoping for a dragon, for an individual Lunar New Year dragon skin. It did not happen. Hopefully next year with the next Lunar New Year. But let's see what happens there. The Warden, I have to say, the Warden would be probably my least favorite of all of these. It could be replaced, but I like the Clan War League Warden overall. And then the Royal Champion. It doesn't really fit into the future set that much, but it fits into my individual set, I guess. And that's the combination which I have been running for quite some time, are the individually my favorite skins, I guess, in the game, and which I like to combine that way. As well, those are all legendary sets, or like legendary skins, I guess, with the Clan War League skin as well, which is quite expensive. But what about now if you want to go, just go past the Golem King? I mean, come on. How can you not love this King skin? You just combine it with the giant gauntlet. He is insane. He's huge. It's just really nice to look at. Shadow Queen skin looks really cool as well, like an assassin. I don't know, I already like that style. And then we're going with the Warden Warrior and Warden Royal Champ as well, because I feel like they fit perfectly together. And I kind of like if the Royal Champ and the Warden look kind of similar, or not like similar, but like have the same style, because of times in a lot of strategies you use them together. So I kind of like if they fit together style-wise, and that's the main reason then there. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the video. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I don't know, let me know what you think, obviously, of my list, but as well, what your personal list is as well. Like, what are you looking for when, I don't know, getting skins? Do you have skins as well? And what is the current combination you're using? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.